Hi everybody, this video here is going to go over how you would help your stores go about actually logging into their own customer portal, registering and logging into their own portal, and of course how you would invite them to come in. For the easiest way to do this is to add the URL onto your own website that they can click on, which would be basically like a login page that would bring them to the portal. Now right here on inside my co-running portal here is what the URL that I would have needed to add it to my Olmsted Ice website. You can see right down here at the bottom, or right here, olmstedice.kr.cool. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy this, and without even going about setting this up on my own personal website, I would go about taking this and emailing this over to my customer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and paste that up here. Okay, this brings me right into the portal. Now, right now I've already got an account created, but I'm going to go ahead and create a new account for this. So let me log out. Okay, so here's what the customer is going to see. You can see here that it's been branded. It's got my Olmsted Ice logo on it. It's got my favicon up here. And I'm going to just put in a new email. And I'm going to click on sign up. Alright, so I'm going to put my name in here, Tony Dixon. And I'll put in the new email. And I'll create my password. And if I type those correctly, it will sign up. Nope, I did not. Try that again. Okay, so right now it's sending an email. It's sending an email, a verification email over to me. So I'll pause this while that comes over. Okay, so I received the code in my email. So I want to type that in. Okay, so now that has been verified. Now I'm able to go ahead and log in. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in right now. Okay, so now the customers created their accounts, and now they can actually go about adding new stores. So I'm just going to go ahead and they can either skip it, or just add for now. I'm just going to add now. Now what it's asking for right here is they need to look back on their receipts. They need 2 receipt numbers and amounts of those receipts. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this here while I look up a couple to add a store into the system. Okay, so I found a couple stores here that I can work with here. So I'm going to use these 2 receipt numbers right here. And you could use any 2 receipts, but I'm going to use these 2 right here. So let me go ahead and put that in. Okay, so I put in 2 receipt numbers and the amounts of those receipts, and I'm just going to request verification. Okay, so that was done successfully. This store has now been added, and I can even add another store into the system exactly the same way, which I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'll just add another one real quick. Okay, so I went ahead and I put in other store's information again, request verification. All right, so now I've got 2 stores added into my system. Okay, so now I'm actually ready. So from here, I'm just going to do a brief overview here, and then I'm going to go show how it all works together. So here's the stores here, and these are active stores, and I can activate or deactivate. The customer can activate or deactivate these stores. They can switch to different stores here by clicking up here, or they can actually click up here and switch to the different stores. They have a dashboard where they can do their, for this particular store up here, March 12th, they can do restock, custom orders, or put in support requests. And they can see over here their pending orders and support requests. Right here, they'll go ahead and see all the different orders. Now, right now, the system already has orders actually locked into the system right now that it's picking up. So it's picking up every order that's already been created inside Cool Running. So if this customer is already on some type of auto schedule, they're going to be in there. And you can see down here there's different orders down here that have been canceled as well. Up here is where they would go about actually adding new orders into the system. Again, seeing their stores, support requests. Right here where you can go ahead and add a new support request, which we'll go over. And then find over here the different settings for that particular store. Okay, so that's a brief overview of that. So this video here basically just went over how the customer goes about registering their account which is very simple. All they got to do is click on login and create their account. And as long as they have the receipt information, just receipt numbers and receipt numbers, 2 old receipt numbers and the values, they can go ahead and add their stores into the system. Once they get inside here, now they're ready to actually go ahead and start placing orders.